Imagine your horse galloping joyfully across an open field, mane flying, nostrils flaring, breathing deep and strong. But while you might take for granted your ability to switch from nose to mouth breathing during intense exercise, for horses, this is simply impossible. Here's a wild fact. Horses absolutely cannot breathe through their mouths, ever. For many riders and horse owners, this little-known truth remains a mystery. Maybe you've seen your dog pant after a run, or found yourself gasping for air during a tough workout. But no matter how hard your horse works, you'll never catch them panting with an open mouth. Today, we'll uncover the powerful reasons behind this, and why understanding it can change how you care for and connect with your horse forever. Picture yourself in the barn after a workout. You're sweaty and exhilarated, your horse's sides pulsing with every breath, but their mouth remains firmly shut. This isn't just a quirky detail. It's an extraordinary evolutionary adaptation with profound implications for every moment you spend with your equine partner. It's easy to see horses as invincible. After all, their athleticism is legendary. But this remarkable respiratory quirk means horses are hyper-specialized for performance, and also uniquely vulnerable. The structure of their head and throat means that unlike us, they simply can't switch to mouth breathing when something goes wrong. Even a tiny blockage in their nasal passages can spell disaster. Trainers, riders, and owners know communication is everything. But when you're unaware of how your horse's breathing works, you might miss subtle signs of distress, frustration, or even a cry for help. Many miscommunications with horses root back to our lack of awareness around the simplest things, like how they breathe. But wait, did you know that a simple noseband, careless stable dust, or a missed sign during a ride can have enormous consequences for your horse's life? Simply because of this one hidden anatomical fact. Stick around, because what you'll learn today could literally make you your horse's hero. Think back to that special moment, the first time your horse breathed out and you felt them truly relax beneath you. That shared exhale is trust in action. Now imagine, what if you could tune into your horse's most primal signals like never before? What if the simple act of paying attention to their breathing made every ride, every groundwork session, every moment together deeper, safer, and more connected? Let's break it down. In humans and dogs, the airway from the nose and mouth meets at the pharynx, so both pathways can be used for breathing. Horses, however, are obligate nasal breathers. Their soft palate forms a tight seal, separating the mouth from the airway except when swallowing. This means that unless they're swallowing, the only way for air to get to their lungs is through their nostrils. Why does this matter? First, it keeps them from inhaling food when grazing, a genius evolutionary move for an animal that spends hours with its nose in the grass. But it also means that any blockage, hay dust, a swollen lymph node, or even the pressure from a tight noseband can compromise their entire ability to breathe. There's no backup route. You might think breath is just biological, but to a horse, breath expresses their entire emotional and physical state. A change in rhythm, depth, or ease of breathing can be the first sign something's wrong. Miss it, and you risk frustration, stress, or even a severe health incident. That's why it's crucial to notice when your horse breathes hard, starts snorting more than usual, or becomes resistant to the bit or noseband. These are not just quirks or signs of stubbornness. They're urgent messages about how they're coping physically and emotionally. What does all this mean for your partnership? It means true horsemanship is about tuning in, adjusting your tack, your riding, and even your barn environment to support healthy breathing. It's about never dismissing a moment of labored breath as just nerves. You become the champion of your horse's comfort and well-being. Most importantly, you reframe every moment spent together, not as a quest for control or perfection, but as an ongoing dialogue. When you listen to your horse's quietest signals, like their breath, you unlock a level of trust and connection that goes far beyond cues and commands. You become fluent in the quietest language of partnership. Let's bust one common myth. Many believe a horse gasping with its mouth open is just being dramatic or difficult. In reality, this is an emergency. If you ever witness this, it's a critical sign your horse's airway is blocked and urgent veterinary care is needed. Never ignore it or wait and see. So what steps can you take today to become a better partner? Let's dive into 3 practical tips that can make a world of difference for your horse's comfort and your confidence as their guardian. First, check your tack. Loosen nosebands and avoid restrictive equipment that could pressure the nasal passages. Remember, a comfortable horse is a cooperative horse. Second, be mindful of your barn environment. Regularly clean stalls, manage dust, and provide plenty of fresh air. A clear nose isn't just a comfort, it's life or death for your horse. Here's a pro tip most riders miss. Incorporate rhythmic breathing into your groundwork or riding sessions. When you exhale audibly, your horse picks up on your calm and often mirrors it, helping both of you stay in sync and relaxed. Try it next ride and see what happens. Have you ever noticed your horse's breathing change during work or in the barn? What questions do you have about recognizing and responding to equine breathing issues? Share your stories or concerns in the comments. We learn best from each other. Imagine a partnership where you don't just see your horse, you truly sense them. Every breath, every moment of ease or tension becomes part of a wordless conversation. The more attuned you become to the hidden details, the more extraordinary your relationship grows. When it comes to horsemanship, it's not about mastering fancy moves or winning ribbons. It's about becoming the partner your horse can trust with their deepest instincts, their comfort, and even their next breath. By respecting how your horse breathes and guarding their airway, you're showing the kind of love that goes far beyond words. Next time you watch your horse breathe, quiet, steady, calm, remember, you hold the power to make every breath easier, every experience safer, and every partnership deeper. But what about horses on the racetrack or in stressful trailer rides? The next video reveals the shocking ways performance, stress, and environment impact your horse's breathing, and what you can do to safeguard your equine partner in even the most demanding situations. Don't